Today I have my real-time video for you guys. I'm sorry that it is going up last minute, but we've been having some work done to the house and it's been super loud in the house. So this is the only time that I've been able to get it done. And I put together kind of a page kit. I went through my papers yesterday and then just pulled some embellishments this morning. And I'm gonna be working with some fall stuff out of my stash. So I got these papers here, hold on, from my fall retreat at the giveaway table. These papers are all from the same collection and they're from Simple Stories. Oh no, they're not. Hello Fall. There's one that's from Gather Together, but it coordinates the same colors. And so I don't have any embellishments from these papers, but I love fall and I loved the papers, so I pulled them. And then from my stash, I pulled a couple wood grains because I'm not sure which color I'm gonna go with. And then I pulled some of the same colors from those papers. So this one is a Photo Play Autumn Orchard. And then this is the back side. And this one is actually a Jen Hatfield, and it's not fall, but it's got that navy blue, which matches. And then Pink Paisley Cedar Lane, which I don't think this side works, but the mustard side works. And then another Jen Hatfield, My Bright Life, and again because of the navy. And then this one is an old crepe paper open book collection. And it is like a book print. So that is what I'm gonna work with. And I'm also going to be working with a sketch from my sketchbook. So you guys haven't purchased that, I will leave the link where you can purchase that in the description box. A couple weeks ago, I did a video using my Memory Missy with the Wreath Builder, and I created this, and so I did fall colors, so I'm gonna try to incorporate that in this layout. I also pulled some Heidi Swapp words and some thickers. They are the Catherine thickers. And I pulled 2 packs of ephemera that are both fall kind of related. This one's fall, but this one is home and fall. And I'm not sure if the colors will work from this one. And I'm honestly not sure how well all of these are gonna work, but I think some of these will work. So that is really all. And then I also have these little frames, little brown frames. I got them from the giveaway table at this past retreat, actually. One of my friends took some of them, and then I saw her make a layout with them, and there were still a couple up there, so I grabbed them. So maybe we can incorporate those as well. It is the morning, so my throat is a little scratchy, so I do apologize for that. So I think we're going to, with these colors, there's a lot of dark colors. So I think that I might go with the lighter wood green. I always like a dark wood grain. That's like my go-to kind of thing, but I think we'll go with the lighter one. I'm gonna put this one aside. And I like my wood grain turned this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim that. here's the photo that I'm working with today. It is a photo of Greg and I, really, really long time ago, when we were dating and we went to the mountains for a weekend. So this was at Chimney Rock. We were up at the top, and you can see kind of behind us the mountains and the water. I don't know what body of water that is. Pretty sure it was Lake Lure. So in the sketch that I'm going to be using, we have a diagonal going this way. So I'm gonna see which paper I want to use for that. And I'm thinking that I might go with this mustard color. Let's see. Or we might do the blue for some contrast, because you can see here that this is light on light and I just feel like it's not gonna work so great. So I'm going to pull in this navy. Yeah. And I'm hanging on to all my branding strips. I have them in my drawer here, and I've got quite a few. A whole bunch, actually. I'm not gonna get them all out, but I'm gonna be doing a layout hopefully soon with using a whole bunch of branding strips. I've been collecting them for probably like 6 months. All right. What I'm going to do is, I think that the best way, I'm so bad at cutting straight lines, and the paper trimmer is not quite big enough to cut diagonally all the way. So I think I'm going to give it a little crease. I don't even think that was straight, to be honest. Not really. It wasn't the best. We're gonna trim that up a little bit because that was not good. Thought for sure that that would work, but definitely didn't. Definitely not perfect, but it's okay. All right. So we have the diagonal going this way, and then the photo is going to be smack dab in the middle. And I want to use the wreath behind the photo to pop out. I do want to put some kind of photo mat behind the photo. And I don't want to do the navy because the navy is right here. So here is when I could go for a lighter color or just a different color. And I think that I am going to pull in this color, which is kind of like a burnt orange. I'm just gonna put a very small mat behind this because I don't want to cover up the wreath too much because it's really pretty and I worked very hard on it. So if you haven't seen that video yet, it is on my channel. I will try to remember to link it so you guys can check it out if you haven't already. so I didn't trim it quite close enough where I want it. So I'm gonna grab my photo trimmer. All right, that's better. Just a little bit off the edge. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and glue my diagonal down so you can see that when you're creating a page kit, which I'm going to do more, I'm going to show my process in the month of July for the bonus video. I think it is, I'm going to show you guys how I actually pull from my stash to create a page kit using my scraps. Because you guys said you wanted to see how I did that. So I'm going to do that next month, so that should be fun. I like starting with either a couple of papers from a collection, or like when I did this, that's how I did this, or starting with an inspiration piece of paper that has multiple colors on it, so I can pull from all of the colors. And you can see that this works really well because we have the green, the mustard color, the navy, and that kind of burgundy, burnt orangey color. So it works really well. And again, I don't want to cover up a lot of this, so I'm not going to do a whole bunch of layers behind this. But I am going to go ahead and adhere the wreath down, and then I'm going to pop up the photo on some craft foam. And I'm gonna have the Wreath Builder and Memory Misty review up on my channel probably next week. So watch out for that. Let's see. There. So I'm gonna grab some craft foam and just stick on the back of this. I really like this this piece, but it really doesn't go with the wreath. There's a whole bunch of orange in it, and the wreath doesn't really have any orange, of that like brighter orange. And I'm not in my regular space. I'm still in the living room, so I don't, this is hard to do because I don't know where anything is. So I tried to set things out beforehand, but it's just not the same. All right. And Greg's in here staring at me like a weirdo. Emily took Maggie back to her bedroom so it would be nice and quiet. So there'll be no interruptions. Okay. So, I like that. Let me pull out the, so I actually didn't really use that much paper. So I could keep this together and use it again for another fall layout because I have these papers as well. So I'm going to pull out the ephemera and see what we got that will actually match with this. I don't know how much will. We do have some wood grain stuff, which would look good. Surprisingly, I don't have that much, even though fall is my favorite, I don't have that much fall stuff because usually once I get it, I use it. That's one of the things that doesn't stay in my stash for very long, because we go to the mountains in the fall and it's almost immediately, as soon as I get home, I scrapbook those pictures because those are my favorite. Those are my favorite things to scrapbook, or one of my favorite things is fall. All right, so I'm just going to look through here and see what we can incorporate. Now, There's no pink anywhere on this layout, but both of these packs of ephemera have pink in them. This kind of muted, not muted, but lighter pink. So that would work. A tree would work. So yeah, a lot of these actually will work. I love these little suitcases. We were on a trip, so that's cute. That's cute. Always give thanks. We have some little houses. We actually rented kind of like a cabin and stayed in it, so that would kind of possibly work. So this is what I do. I just kind of go through and make piles of what I think might work. And then what I don't think will work, I put over in a pile off to the side. So then when I actually start doing my embellishing, I can kind of just use the stuff that I've already think will work, and pull from that. And I'm obviously not going to use all of this, but these are just some little starting off points. That's really cute. So I can bring in the pink. I can if I want. Oh, that's not over there. Wrong one. I like that. We have a tag here that could possibly work, and I could do some journaling on it. Okay. All right, so I like this little frame, so I'm gonna pop the center of that out. I could use that. It's almost the same color wood grain. And some of the wood grain is it's got different variations. So I can use that. That would work. Okay, so I think we have enough here to start working with. So the stuff that I'm definitely not gonna use, I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. Kind of helps me narrow things down, and then I'm not overwhelmed with the whole, trying to see the whole pack all at once. Okay, put those aside. So I really think that I want to use this little frame kind of up here for something. I like the sweater weather because it was really cold when we went. There was actually snow flurries. I like this. We'll put that aside. All right, so we'll put that aside. I like that. I try not, when you have something that has like a little saying or quote on it, I try not to do too many of those on a page, because you have if you have a title and then you have like 3 of these and they all say different things, it's just a little overwhelming. So I think I like this one better for this layout. And I do really, really like this tag. Let's see, I'm gonna move this stuff aside. And I like the suitcases as well. So, and for me, I feel like it has to come from this side of the page, because it has the lines going this way, and you can see that it's a wood grain, but it's burgundy. So the burgundy wood grain doesn't go all the way to the edge here. So for me, that says I need to line it up at the edge of something to make it look like it was done on purpose. And I don't know if it was like that or if I cut it at some point. No, it's like that. Because I do that sometimes. I'll cut something and then not use it, and then stick it back in the pack. Okay. So, all right, I like this. So I could just put it up on craft foam as well. Could do like a little cluster right here. I really, really want to use these suitcases because, you know, I just think they're cute. This little tree's cute too. Okay, I like that. Let's see. I like that better. Maybe. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I like that. And then we could still do the cozy up right there. No, I don't like that. We'll just do the suitcases. Kind of peeking out. Maybe the good times. No, that doesn't look right either. All right. Let's see. Okay, I like that. Okay, so that's quite a bit of ephemera used up. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and glue the photo down. Or adhere it down. So I can go ahead and start gluing the embellishments down. Try to center it here on the wreath. I think that that's good. Let's hope so. All right, so the little sweater weather, I'm gonna put kind of overlay it on the photo up here where there's the sky, because there's a lot of space up there. So we can stick that up there and it kind of just hangs off the side. And then I'm gonna do the same with this, but because the photo is on craft foam and there's gonna be a lot hanging off here, I am gonna put some craft foam behind it. So the craft foam that I use has sticky on one side. So I went ahead and put adhesive on the whole thing, and then I can just stick the craft foam to that. All right, let's see. So I need it on this side, like that. And then the other piece will go down here. And then I'll just peel up that paper and it'll be sticky on the other side. And then it's all level. And so when this goes in my album and there's more layouts piled on top of it, it won't get bent and look funky. All right. So I started with a sketch, and I'm gonna tell you guys, looking at the sketch right now, it doesn't look anything anything like it except for the diagonal paper that goes down diagonally across the page. I very rarely follow a sketch exactly, but they're great for inspiration, kind of a jumping off point, especially if you don't really know where to start. Then I'm going to do the little house right here beside the tree. And there is a little bit of the tree hanging off the edge, and I will just trim that down once I get everything glued down. Okay, so now I'm going to move on over here to this next little cluster. And I'm not going to put, I don't think I'm going to put any twine on this tag, because I don't feel like it really needs it. Okay. All right, so now we have one more little cluster up here to do. And I'm gonna pull out my liquid glue for this because there's some thin spots on here that the ATG probably won't do well with. So, put that right there. And then I'm going to glue this straight down. And then I'm going to pop up the together on some foam tape. So I really like foam tape because for like embellishments and stuff when you want some dimension, because you can cut it to whatever size you need. I do use pop dots for smaller things, but for things like this, I like the craft foam. The craft tape, foam tape, not craft foam. All right. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to do a title on this because we have this little quote, we have sweater weather, we have smile together. I feel like that's enough. And it's got a lot going on, so I don't want to take away from the actual photo and do a giant title. And there's really, I could put a little title here, but I just feel like it would take away from my diagonal here. So I think I might do some splatters, or maybe, let's see what we got. Yeah, do some splatters. I haven't done splatters in a long time. This is the Nuvo Mica Mist. What is the color? It is called Antique Gold. So I'm just gonna use this to cover up the photo. And this stuff shows up really well on dark paper. So I think it'll look really good on the navy and the wood grain. Haven't used it in a while, so let me give it some good shakes. All right, I think that's good. And I will say, these things are crappy for spraying. If you don't keep them, if you spray them and you don't keep them super clean, the little nozzles clog up so easily. So if you're a sprayer, I would definitely say invest in some extra nozzles. Okay. And that's really for most sprays that I've used as actual sprays. After, you know, one use, usually they clog up pretty bad. All right, so I've got lots of little splatters, and really for this one you don't see them that well until it starts to dry, and then you can see the gold come out, and it's really, really pretty. So, oh, I need to cut this edge off here. Cut this little guy off. You can kind of, hopefully you can see it in the video over here on the navy. You can see those gold splatters. And then over here on the wood grain, you can see them as well, down here. So that is my layout for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys enjoyed about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. Bye.